This day started with me walking from the ship and then getting to this point and waiting for the train to get out of the way so I could go to the trailhead. The actual trailhead's further down, but the entrance to get there is right after you cross the tracks on the right. And I find myself having to wait for the train to get back across the tracks to the actual trailhead. I recommend using a walking stick, and there's plenty to be had around the entrance to the trail. The first 20 to 30 minutes of the trail is pretty straight up and very rugged, so wear some good shoes. About a third of the way up, there's a nice overlook of Skagway for a little break before heading up. Once getting up onto the trail intersection here, I usually go straight, but I decided to go counterclockwise around the lake because I wanted to take a different trail back to Skagway. In this section, I believe I heard a moose. I didn't get it on tape, but it was pretty cool. This is at the actual Lower Lake Loop. I took a right here to go counterclockwise. Lower Lake Dewey. At this point, I thought I heard something in the woods. Just kidding, I was just wanting to see if you guys were paying attention. At this point, you're kind of at the end of the lake and start to curve around and head around the other side. Kind of wonder what these old rail lines were used for. Usually this is one of the busier trails in the Lake Dewey trail system, but today I got lucky. It was pretty quiet. It appears somebody used to live in this, under this big slab of rock here. The lower lake loop has the least amount of climbing, but there's still plenty of climbing to be done. There's a floating dock, as you can see on the other side. A lot of people go swimming here, but it's pretty cool. I love the sound of a running stream. After finishing the loop, instead of heading back the way I came, I decided to go right and go to an alternative route back to Skagway. This trail ahead of me here is not the route you want to go. The sign clearly says Skagway to the right, so go right. At this point, you go left to Skagway or keep going straight to Icy Lake in the Reed Creek area. I soon learned that this trail is more suited to ATVs and off-road vehicles than walking, as there's a lot of loose gravel and it's very steep. Still quite beautiful, and there's some pretty cool overlooks of the town. Straight out of the trail and across the tracks, you go right into town in kind of a back alley area. 20,000 steps and 76 floors later, I decided to head back to the ship for a little relaxation before sailing away. Then it was goodbye Carnival Spirit and Skagway. We're off to our next location.